Welcome to this freshly hatched, unmatched batch from scratch, the show where, just like our emotions, the beers are bottled and canned.
Every episode, we try some beer, talk about life. We really don't know shit about either, so don't set your expectations too high.
Our credentials, null. Our expertise, void. So don't take anything we say too serious.
Let's talk some shit.
Welcome back to the show where we're learning about different kinds of barbecue. This is Bottled and Canned. It's episode number 36. I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
What's up, buddy?
Not much.
Barbecue.
I like to... Dude, okay, back up a step.
We don't have to give any context.
Just barbecue?
Just barbecue, baby.
Hey, the jerky you made this time was extra good. The other one you made last time was great, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Getting there.
So, I don't know, we'll tell the listener. We were talking about the barbecue, and you said you had mentioned Korean barbecue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was like Lucille's, just with Korean food. So I've heard of Korea. I didn't know like it's like a joint where you can make your own food, and is the way you were explaining how you made the your. Wait, how did your jerky have anything to do with Korean barbecue?
No, yeah, I call it like a spicy Korean smoked jerky. So it's like a smoky.
But then we were
Korean
talking about like the
barbecue.
difference between you didn't dry yours out first, right?
No, yeah, no.
You smoked it.
I marinated it, put it on the racks, and smoked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then you're like, oh, it's like cooking at a Korean barbecue?
Well, no, that's what it
Or
was.
was it the red-
You said what you liked about it because we were asking.
Oh,
about
I said,
dehydrated.
I do. I
It
could
has-
taste the grill.
Right, you taste the smoky like grill flavor, like
Right,
I'm
it was- you
eating
could tell it
backyard
was-
barbecue exactly, and it's like whenever you leave Korean barbecue, you smell like you were standing in front of a smoker or in
Such
front
a
of the
good
grill.
smell.
So like you got to have Korean barbecue clothes, and you got to make sure it's like right before you need to wash your hair. You know, like you're gonna leave a little smoky and intense,
Dude, so it's
but
like-
that's the vibe you get.
Dude, speaking of that, and it is fall. How many times have you gone to like a bonfire in your life and it's never got the smoke out of your clothes?
Dude, I mean, I think my closet is still messed up from the last fire I did for the kids when it was like cool out, like before it got like warm. It was like starting to get a little warm and then it got cold again. And I was like, I got to get rid of this firewood. I did a fire and then like I put the jacket in the closet and I was on a work trip and I'm on the plane like,
the fuck is that?
what is that me? And then I'm like smelling my hoodies and I'm like, it's me. Like, and then I realized, yeah, I put that smoky jacket in.
Dude,
it
I've
poisons the other jackets.
Dude,
So.
like growing up, the smell of barbecues, I love it. We've talked about the 2-cycle engine, how well that smells, how good that's a fucking amazing smell. Wow. And then, gasoline, burn stuff on fire smells so good. Leaves in the fall this time of year, burning leaves smells so good.
Yeah.
Bonfires, and then sometimes you put your feet up on the around the fire, and you're like, "What's that smoke?" You're like, "Oh shit, my shoes are melting." Like, dude, that smells good. But the smell of like cooking something on a grill, and then like I tasted that jerky, and I was like, dude, you could taste the fucking grill. That was so good.
Yeah.
I was really pissed that I went apples.
No,
because of the sweetness, and I was like, was there apples in here somewhere?
No, but like, dude, I mean, I appreciate like I'm wrong a lot. Like even when I'm guessing stuff or I have a decent palate, I still get it wrong a lot because when you combine two flavors, they remind you of other flavors, and also like I feel like you take a sip of these beers sometimes. There's like 12, 13 different flavors your brain is trying to unpack at once. It's not one thing.
Dude.
It's a lot of things at once. So I feel like, again, you just got a sweet note, and it was an earthy sweet note. And again, I'm doing so much to create that earthy sweet
And
note.
you explained, you made me feel better about like, oh yeah, no, because this caramelized, and when you cook an apple, it caramelizes. Like, okay, that's a nice way to make me feel good about my fucking shit guess.
No, right, and again, anyway, and there's like that earthy. I literally use dried peppers, earthy peppers with like the sweet in there, creates like that, like almost like.
But you can tell it was not made like in an oven. You can tell it was smoked on a grill because you could taste it. It was so good. Speaking of like how your mind can do that, did I say this like when I got back from a trip from Romania? How many people thought we were having some kind of potato puree? Did I say that in one of the episodes?
It sounds familiar.
But anyways, I'll just tell it briefly again.
Yeah.
So we were at this restaurant and they were sharing all this food and everyone got this stuff. Like, this stuff looked like mashed potatoes, and I was like, but it's a little different consistency. I was like, okay, fuck, that's good. That's a weird potato. What is this potato? And we were like, everybody thought it was like a potato, so we're passing like this thing around. Everybody's trying to go, God, I can't figure out what is it. Everyone's trying to guess what it is. Finally, we say, waiter, what is this shit? And he goes, oh, that's like a celery puree. I go, what? No fucking way. It doesn't taste anything like that. Then you take a bite. You go, oh my God. It's all it tastes like is celery, dude. I was like, what the hell? Like trying to guess out of nowhere. But once you know what it is, fucking blew my mind.
That's what I'm saying. It takes balls to like just guess the flavor. And especially like no shit when I want to say just the wet ingredients in that jerky is like 8 or 9 different things. Like, and then not even the dry seasonings or the fresh jalapeno. Like, there's a lot of stuff on one piece that, that goes into that one bite. So,
yeah, and you smoked it. I didn't even ask you what kind of chips. Like the wood chips.
Like it's like a competition blend. It's kind of like pecan, cherry, and oak like blend basically from this one company. But whatever.
I got this smoker for my old fashions. Should I take that and use those to like burn to like smoke an old fashioned?
Dude, honestly, no.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work now.
It's not the same.
Yeah. There is probably some way you could. You could probably buy like $20-$25 on Amazon. Those little like smoke dome things.
Oh no, yeah, I've got one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just like do it like that way. That's probably the best. Don't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna take your chips and try it with those chips.
I see. I don't know.
Should I use competition chips or should I just use like?
Honestly, I don't think those would work very well for that purpose. But let's try it.
Let's do it.
Man in Las Vegas burns his house down. Like
trying to make old fashions.
With
competition chips.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm glad you liked it, dude.
Happens.
And because of that, we were talking about barbecue. And now I seriously like I want to say this so it's like in the airwaves and on the air. Like I want you to hold me accountable. It is my duty to take you to your first experience at Korean barbecue and steward you through it.
No, it's not like just Lucille's.
No, I'm just telling you, you're gonna have such a good time, and you're gonna eat great, and you're gonna walk away being like, I could do that again. You'll have a good time.
In my mind, I'm just thinking like Korean barbecue. Do they make the biscuits with the sugar butter? You know what I mean? Like what is this?
So funny, dude. There are places that do like American barbecue with like Korean seasonings and flavor, but that's like the opposite. Like that's where they are.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
That's like
Korean
beef ribs, and that's like pork ribs and brisket, but it's all seasoned with some of the shit I'm putting in that jerky.
Right, cornbread.
Yeah. Imagine like a brisket seasoned like that.
This is exactly what I thought Korean barbecue was. Everybody's like, let's go get it. What the fuck is Korean? I don't know.
That's funny as fuck, dude. Yeah. It just loves how it fits into the way you want to think about it, as always. Just like, no, it should be the barbecue. I know. Their way,
Yeah,
exactly. That's so fucking wild.
Well, because if they would say, "Hey, you want to go to a Korean cookout joint?" Oh, that sounds a lot different in my head.
All right. No, I mean it hits different, so it's fair.
Yeah.
So all right, buddy. I don't know about you, but I'm a little thirsty. So are you ready for today's beer? Today's beer. Today's beer. Jason, here we are, my friend. It is today's beer.
Matt.
What?
What beer?
Oh.
Is it?
Oh. Got a question I wasn't ready for. I need a second to recover from that. Okay, I'm recovered. It is Cellar Door from Stillwater Artisanal. Oh, Stillwater, buddy.
Artisanal?
I'm so excited for you. We're getting a Stillwater beer tonight, so I'm
Dude,
so excited.
I can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
I don't know what artisanal means, but is it bottled or is it canned, artisanal beer?
This artisanal beer is, in fact, it is canned. So it is canned, and we are so excited. Stillwater is like all the way out of Washington. So
is that a band from like the 70s?
What's that?
Isn't that a band from the 70s?
Oh, I think it's like Stillwater
and Nash?
Something Creedence Revival or something.
Oh, yeah, there
it's
you
like,
go. That one.
Yeah. Like that was a component. But anyway, it is Cellar Door from Stillwater up in Grand Mound, Washington. Here's the most important thing you need to know right now. It is one of my favorite styles, Jason, and it is a bummer that I didn't even realize this, but one of my favorite styles in all of beer, a Saison. So specifically like a farmhouse Saison is just one of my favorites. And we've never had one on the show. This is our first ever Saison on the show. Isn't that nuts?
Yes, it's nuts.
Yeah, yes, it's nuts.
Well, I was trying to yell loudly because my mic was in
you're
my
right.
lap.
Oh, that's right. Because you.
So I
can't
don't know what a
talk, yeah.
saison. I thought it was saison or paisan. Is that an
so-
Italian guy? Paisan.
I'm gonna probably fuck this up again. We also claim at the top of the show we're experts in nothing. Sometimes we do some extra research. Sometimes we don't. But I will get close here. Okay, this isn't gonna nail it. But essentially, in a region of France, they would brew this beer seasonally around the summertime. So it's kind of like a light, refreshing seasonal beer or saison or summer. Like again, I'll probably fuck up what word it is. But it was meant to be brewed at a certain time of year. It's supposed to be light and refreshing, but have depth to it. Here's the cool part about the idea of a farmhouse as well. Farmhouse generally means like the tank, as it does certain parts of the process, is done with like the lid off. So the natural like particulates from the air and dust and hay get like into it, and it creates again a big earthy, intense like grassy
when you
flavor.
said the tank and farmhouse, I was like, please tell me he's not going to say they were made in septic tank.
No,
And I was like, Jesus Christ, that would give it some earthy flavor.
I want to read you this from a little bit just because this is from Stillwater, right? So, German wheat and pale malts, crisp hazy foundation, accented with a blend of sterling and citra hops, providing an intricate blend of herbal grass, tangerine citrus flavors, and aroma. So,
Dude,
anyway.
you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly how I was going to describe it.
No, anyway, but it should be sweet, fruity, grassy, refreshing. Like you want to dive in for more.
Like
it's a weird fucking style of beer. Not a lot of people.
I don't think I've ever had
man.
it.
So cheers, man.
So let me just tell you,
Stillwater cellar door.
So the color it's pretty clear. Like the first thing I noticed when it was Pourn, not porn, poured. Yeah, when you porn,
when it was porn, dude.
I was like, hey, that's
when it was porn, dude.
yeah, when it was porn. Is that not past tense of pour? Okay. Is that not past tense of pour?
Just keep going, please.
I've been using that word wrong my whole life. Huh. No wonder I get weird looks. But after it was poured, it looked very crisp and clean, and it was the bubbles were tight, and small bubbles, small tight bubbles. But yeah, no, dude. What's the title of this one? We already have a title. 2 weeks, 2 minutes in.
Tight bubbles after it is porn.
Yes,
and porn is spelled Pourn.
I like it. I like it. Like I
porn
said it.
with it in. Yeah, like not the inappropriate word. You're just saying porn.
Porn. Yeah, like past tense of pour.
I love it. Dude.
Yeah, everybody.
I was just gonna call it after it is porn. Is all I was gonna call it.
Mm-hmm.
But you said tight bubbles as I started typing, so I typed tight bubbles.
Yeah, no, dude, that's good. Tight.
That is awful. You are an awful person, and I love it for you.
Tight bubbly porn.
That's amazing.
Beer.
Okay, anyway, so
Dude, okay, so
talk
first
to
of all,
me. First impression, like how's it? Again, it's very clear and golden and like kind of see through, but not fully. Like it still looks a little murky in there, but
it's
still light and very yellow, very golden.
very golden. Yes, it is. It's kind of like grassy.
Yeah.
Very. It's a good. It seems like a good summer beer.
It's like right. It's almost like imagine a shandy without the
it's-
bullshit lemonade sugar
Yeah.
tartness, you know. So, but a little bit, like enough there. But it's complex.
Very crisp.
But it's complex and it's deep. Where
Dude.
it's not just one note. Like it does like dance for a little bit, and it goes all over the place. Like that. See, like there's a reason I love this style. It's so many things.
Do you find the problem with this is being like you just want to slam a bunch of them?
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to like savor it because I'm like, wow, it's so clean, it's so good, it's so crisp. I kind of want to slam it.
And that's good because again, it's 6.6, so it's not even like that's not bad. Like a small, that's like a light IPA, right? Like a Budweiser.
Yeah, it's a little high. What is it? What is it normally 4.5?
Yeah, like maybe like sometimes 4 to 5 for like some beers, or like 6.5 is creeping up towards IPA, pale ale. IPAs are 7+, you know, or whatever, but still 6.6 for like this flavor.
It's not 6.7.
That's dangerous. No. But I'm just saying that's dangerous, right?
Yes.
Like,
You can get fucked quick.
That's So like, even I've been chilled tonight because we're recording late and doing this late. I haven't been drinking much. Like I'm like a few sips into it, going, woo, you know, like I feel it hitting me. So.
It warmed me up. You know what I mean? Like you could feel it, dude. It's good. It's got a lot of is complexity the right word?
Exactly, it's complex. I can't believe we haven't had this style. It's the first one from Stillwater, the first farmhouse saison, really the first saison.
Why do you keep saying farmhouse?
Because it's like there's a subgenre called like farmhouse ales, and then this is like the saison is one of those styles of ales. So
and they leave the top open, so like all the random weird
it's like,
shit can
it's
fall
kind of
into
like
the
every
tank.
Kleenex is a tissue, but every tissue is not a Kleenex. So it's again like every saison is a farmhouse, but not every farmhouse is a saison. So it's like I'm using them interchangeably, but they're also like together. Like it's a farmhouse saison because of the technique usually with the open.
Letting all the
letting all the particulates, I think they say, get in. So
that's a nice way to say particulate. It sounds contaminated. Is really what
people that really care about air quality use the word particulates a lot, and that's okay. That's fine by me. Okay, anyway.
Do people check the particulates or the contamination?
We were
that
trying
gets
to do
in?
like a campaign for the local like air quality index organization, and they had to like bring awareness to certain programs and stuff. And if you open up like your weather app here, you'll see there's an AQI now like built into your phone that tells you the air quality. You know, that's all that this organization in town's worried about. And so like if it's a bad day and there's fires and there's going to be bad quality air, they're trying to put out warnings. It was just like I was trying to help get their message out, but they were state funded and it wasn't easy to get funds from the state either. So you know how that works. So. Anyway, I digress, my friend. We've got to rate this son of a gun. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh, the clocks. Oh, the wheels are turning.
Yeah, no, because it's going to be. Well, my thing has changed because I was like, oh, drinkability was one in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, and this is now like probably the third one that I'm going to say it's too drinkable because I might drink it too quickly instead of savor it and enjoy it.
But that should juice the score. If your scale is changing, that should juice the score. Because you want to savor it, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. But that's the struggle with this one is like I can easily slam it.
Right. So I get it. I'm just saying.
So I'm right in
trying
the middle.
to spin that negative into a positive. So
no, it's a positive because like I'm just gonna say like, there's no reason anyone should not have this beer.
Right.
So. I can't imagine anybody being like, this, I don't like that. Like, everyone would like it. Who's not going to like it?
I don't know. Probably my wife. So,
what kind of beer does she like?
No, she actually wouldn't hate this, I think. That's not fair. I'm just being funny. There's some, sometimes she loves stuff. She likes a wide variety, but usually the darker styles, dunkels, porters, stouts.
But this is
brown ales, yeah.
But usually it's like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to go with a 4.19. 4.19.
I love the specificity today. The highest score Jason has given out in count it. Wow. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 episodes. 9 episodes. The highest score you've given out.
That's
crazy, bro.
Dude, what did I give? What was the last one that was higher? Like what
the one that you gave a 4.20 to was Cannonball, the American lager we did that episode.
I feel like did you do a voice during that one?
I don't remember. That sounds like the voice I would have done.
I'm thinking of like slapping your nuts on a Cannonball and then the peach voice, the James and the Giant Peach beer, and then maybe.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah, it was James and the Giant Nuts.
Yeah,
that voice.
That one.
Okay. Yeah, I can't believe you remember that. I don't know why I remember that.
I don't remember anything. Somebody at work I got some people at work that think I'm way smarter than what I am.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, I don't. Like, God, you can't believe how much you remember. I don't fucking remember anything. I'm just good at bullshitting, I guess. Or looking it up, I go, God, some people, it's embarrassing. They think I'm smarter and remember things, and I'm like, I'm not that smart, and I don't remember shit,
dude.
So, like, for me to call this out, like, this would be one of those times. See, I knew you knew. God damn it, that's like that's the only thing I remember from our shows.
But don't you feel like at the same time, like, if people are saying that to you, there's some validity to it, and maybe you're being a little hard on yourself?
No, I think what I'm proud about is that I cover up the fact that I can't remember by bullshitting my way and going back to notes and looking through a bunch of shit deep coverly. Oh yeah, that's what that answer is. But yeah, no.
Yeah, everything is. I had a professor when I was going to school that was like, and let's be clear, like I didn't go to like some good school. I don't want to talk about it, but we were taking some tests.
Dude,
for,
you know when you say I don't want to talk about it, like the next thing I want to do is talk about it.
Anyway, and I wanted a very like practical type of like technological degree, and in that class, like something came up, and I went to the thing, and I said, "Hey," he's like, what do you do if you don't know the answer?" And I was like, "What?" Yeah, this was like 2006 or 7, you know, and I was like, I Google it, if I'm being honest with you. And he goes, "Exactly. And guess what you will do the rest of your career? You will Google things. You will call friends. You will ask for help. You will ask mentors for advice. You're never going to know the answer. So if someone's going to tell you shouldn't use Google to look for up answers on the test or the homework, they're missing the fucking plot." You know, like he was a very old man, very smart, but he just was like, thought he was like trying to gotcha me, but he was so nice. But I was just like, I will Google it if I don't know. You know, it just the way like that has stuck with me.
And he was just like,
it just stuck with me forever. That this peace of mind, that it wasn't like you had to know everything, and you never were gonna know anything. Know everything you can.
So why is
but
it
all
fucking-
the time your boss is going to throw stuff at you, and you're going to have to go to
Right.
the internet to seek help. You're going to have to go to resources to learn.
So why beat yourself up for not showing shit?
Why beat yourself up?
Can
if
you
don't know
find
it?
the answer
Can
when you?
and it's like this intrinsic lesson that I've stuck with me. So it's always just like,
Do you need to know? No, but can you get the answer?
right?
Yes.
So like you're beating yourself up, but you're capable of doing your job because you're use whatever your resources,
yeah.
your search bar and Outlook, your copy paste skills, your chat GPT,
Right, whatever. I can get it quickly.
That's what I mean.
when
So anyway, all right.
Yeah, no. That is funny because I totally agree with that. You know, it's not if you're capable of. It's like what do they call that shit? Critical thinking is more important than like memorizing the answers to shit.
Right.
Right. Like understanding the reason and the why, how to do the fucking complex math problem, so you can think your way through it. When you don't remember the formula is way more important than trying to remember formulas. Right. That's what I think. Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I totally
agree with you.
No,
I'm
I
a
agree.
fucking genius.
I agree with you.
I'm back on track.
I'm a genius. I agree with you. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I love that. That's some like fucking mental gymnastics that I've missed in my life that I needed. I needed this level of psychopathy. I needed this. So okay. All right. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to rate this, and this is like a tough one for me because, you know, it's really good, and I love this style. This one in particular is lacking some more of the specific. I still love it. It's because it's again, it's like if it's a style that you like, it's like so easy. Oh, yep, I'm in. Like if someone gave that to me as a saison, I would say kind things. I would chug it. I would love it. But just technically speaking, and like judging it across other ones of the similar style, it's okay. So I'm actually closer to a 4.05 on this one, which is tied up there with the Riled Up, which again, still a good score in the 4s for me. It's not like I'm disappointed. It's just above a 4 though. Like it's just right there. So, and I guess not that anyone cares, but we do this on a scale of 1 to 5. So, you know, again, and my system is like, if I hate it, it's like in the 2s, and I'm very kind, you know what I mean? Like, and I was thinking about this I've had like this system since 2015, right? Because I've been doing this app. You know Dave Portnoy, the pizza guy?
Yeah. Well, he's the Barstool Sports guy.
Yeah, but he does the pizza thing,
guy
right,
and
pizza thing, and whatever else he does. I really don't know much outside like
the pizza thing.
shit.
Is that what got him famous, or is his gambling got him famous?
The Barstool Sports and everything got him famous and everything.
He likes to bet, right?
Bet and stocks and crypto, and he's like, you know, just kind of involved in the economic and business side of America. I just follow the pizza stuff. I'll be very clear. Dude, he doesn't like when he hates it, it's like a 4. And that's kind of my system, right? I'm not going to dog a 4, a 5 is like he's shitting on it. Do you know what I mean? And so like that's on a scale of 1 to 10. And so me giving out like a 2, 2.5 for like garbage trash beer is probably like in line with kind of his like some of his lower scores. I didn't realize that because at first I'm beating myself up like, man, I guess it's kind of weird, but it's kind of on a weird scale. Anyway, I don't know why I'm justifying it. Fucking who cares? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. What was your score?
4.05.
Okay, so I win.
It's a force. So you win. So Jason wins. And listen, my veins are, if you can't tell by my goddamn
filled?
rambling, they're getting filled. It's happening. But we need to kill some time before we get to our main discussion. So let's do some.
It's a time killer and vein filler.
Oh boy, what do we have in store, Jason, for
So-
today's
so,
time killer vein filler?
I just want to go back to the last comment you made.
Okay, let's go back to the last comment I made.
I don't remember what it was. Can you repeat it?
Something
I'm kidding. I know.
Okay, all right.
So first of all, before we do that, is this our drinking beers today?
That's our drinking beer
So,
today.
do you want to know something? This is like a legit thing that happened to me. Somebody asked, they were at a place and they go, "Oh, dude, should we play some yacht rock?" And I immediately went to Lil Yachty, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, play some Lil Yachty." And then we listened to yacht rock. I go, "This isn't Lil Yachty. He's a rapper." And I was like, "This is."
I know who Little Yachty is.
Yeah, and I was just like, when you're expecting an orange juice, like I told that one story, and then I drank a grapefruit juice by mistake, it really fucks you up. Same thing happened. That's what that beer reminds me of. Is the time I thought Yacht Rock was a station dedicated to Lil Yachty.
Well, that's good and that's fine, and this is just my opinion, but like, I don't get it. I don't listen to it and think it's like awful.
What? Yacht
Yacht
Rock?
Rock, but I just
But
don't.
when you're expecting something really good.
No, that's a funny, like the juxtaposition of expecting.
There is that
Yes.
word.
The difference between, what you expected and what you got was kind of what made it so appalling. That being said, I just am saying, I just don't enjoy it. I don't like
Yacht
it.
Rock?
It's not for me.
Bro, look.
Not for me. It's not that it sucks. It's just not for me.
That's my thing. And going back to the grading of beers, right?
Yeah.
Dude. I don't want to tell somebody you put your heart and soul into something and it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Although putting people down does make me feel better about myself. So I try to do it as much as I can.
What? Okay, you don't do that. I think you don't do that at all.
Okay.
Okay.
But
who
yeah.
have you put down in the last 2 years?
Nobody.
That's what
Nobody.
I mean.
I know.
I think it's so funny is that at times I think you do those jokes and I don't like I was like looking up the next beer to check in, the Yacht Rock beer to check in, and I'm just gonna let that roll and people like that were listening be like, "Oh God, Jason's awful." Because
terrible.
I'm not laughing. I don't comment on
Dude,
it. And we
said
just
some
move
shit
on.
I said
dude.
some shit one day at work and I made this comment, and I don't want to say what it was, but we were doing a thing for needy kids, and I was just fucking saying appalling shit about they should start pulling their own weight and all this shit just to fuck around. And somebody was like, even these kids? I was like, yeah, especially these kids. It didn't dawn on me. Like, I felt so bad afterwards because the dude gave me a look, and this dude, I didn't realize, like, I connected the dots later that this person unfortunately had someone that had passed away, child, right? And I go, oh my God, I didn't mean to, like, and I remember I am the next day, I was like, hey, I owe you an apology. He's like, I don't know what for, but okay. It's like, because I was like, hey, I owe you an apology. Can we talk? I was like, hey man, listen, I said some shit the other day that was out of line. And I didn't bring up the fact, because I remember the story of what happened with this person was brought up inadvertently in a meeting, was said, oh, what happened to so-and-so? And it was just kind of like, made the person uncomfortable. They shared they shared the end result. You get what I'm saying, right? Yes. And then went on to the other things. And I was like, oh, fuck. Nobody knows how to handle those situations, right? And it dawned on me that I was making these jokes to somebody that it might have offended. So I go, I got to apologize. So I am. Dude hits me back, and I was like, look, I got to apologize. I was like, I felt really bad. And I didn't bring up the other situation. I want to make it clear to this person that I was like, I was making some inappropriate jokes for sake of this is what I do, right? And I was like, but I think in general, the people we need to be protecting are the people that can't protect themselves, including children, elderly, what are they like? I don't want to say handicap. How do you say this shit now?
Disabled
fuckers.
people with disabilities.
Yeah, you got like these
disabled fuckers.
Yeah, ththese are the people.
Maybe don't clip that one.
Okay, but these are the people we need to be protecting. And I was like, I was just making an appropriate joke. I go, I just didn't want to offend you because, like, I was like, dude, I felt bad. And he's like, yeah, man, no fucking problem. I know you. I didn't think you were going to say it, but like I started overanalyzing this. So then later on, like a few weeks later, we're having another conversation and there's some other people around and this other situation pops up. And you know what? I did the same motherfucking shit. I said something. I go, I don't want to help people. Fuck people. And this dude stands up, like he knew he was being sarcastic and was like funny. It was over a different disenfranchised group I said that about. And then he stands up and goes, Jason's just kidding. He wants to help. He likes people and he wants to help. I go, I hate people. And like I left. And it was just kind of really funny, but it was like, yes, I say this stupid shit, and there's a handful of people that fucking know I'm kidding and just like trying to fucking.
It's so automatic, right? Because even like when I heard it, like I'm not listening. I just hear you say, "Well, I hate people. I love tearing people down," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally, bro. You totally love that." So that's wild.
But speaking of crazy things, I'm gonna have you rank some shit for this time killer vein filler, bro.
All right, man. I'm ready to quote unquote rank.
Should I give the background, or should I just go into rank these weird things?
Rank some shit.
Oh, what's this called? Rank some shit today. I really want to do a fact or false, bitch, but this is okay.
Okay, I like rank some shit today.
Rank some shit today.
Man, what's up, buddy? How you feeling? I'm feeling like ranking some shit today.
On a scale of crazy, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 today for some reason. 7.
Is this like a blind rank where I've got to stack these things?
Yeah, you got to stack them in like I'm just gonna tell you
without knowing what's next,
right? And then at the end, you're gonna have to guess where the fuck I came up with these things from.
Right, dude.
Okay, accidentally. Oh yeah, here it is.
Wait, what's the categories before you get to the
I don't even
things?
want to do that.
Oh, you're not. You're just gonna.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna
blind rank,
dude,
blind
dude,
category.
once I say
blind,
1 or 2. You'll either catch on or you'll be like, what are you fucking talking about? Which will make it better.
Okay. All right. So.
All right.
So, because I don't know, I'm gonna go with the middle here.
Okay. So what's a little fucking crazier? Accidentally shooting your significant other. Crazy? On a scale of 1 to 6, I guess.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be crazy shit. How crazy would it? And this is like, I would be the one doing all these things? Like, how crazy would that be if I end up shooting my spouse? That's got to be up there with some of the craziest stuff, just because of how much true crime I watch in my life and how, I just never understood how people can like do that. So crazy. Let's put that at number 2. I'm gonna leave room for number 1 in case there's something crazier, but that's gonna be up there.
Speaking of true crime, then, how crazy would it be if you like watched one of your true? What am I trying to say? Help, bro.
True crime.
Thank you. And you called the FBI to tell them you just witnessed a murder.
That's not that crazy to me. I feel like I've witnessed some wild shit. I just witnessed like a hit and run in Oakland this weekend. I have roommated with wow, I can't.
I'm not the only one that can't.
Holy
talk.
Shit! This
is a good size on, motherfuckers.
We ought to be
fucking slam some of these bitches
right here. I have aided and abetted an American whistleblower, one of the most like well-known American whistleblowers. So not that crazy to me that I would run into that. And a guy from one of my classes was on the FBI. Saw him like murdered his pregnant girlfriend and stuff and killed himself. Okay.
So can we just stop the time killer vein filler and just go to tell us about the hit and run and then tell us about is it Snowden?
No.
Oh
no. It's like, listen, let's not get into this right now, but maybe for another time. But I think
that's next week's.
Honestly, like I'm feeling really confident. This is not that crazy. I'm going 7.
Okay,
that's like 7.
What about
crazy.
all right? What about breaking out of rehab to go party with Nick Cage for a night and then sneaking back into rehab before anybody knew?
I have a penchant for terror myself, so this, but I also want to get better. I want to improve. Okay, not that crazy. All right, let's put that one at number 5. Number 5 with that.
All right. What about piloting a plane while drunk? Pilot says, "Yeah, come on in, have a seat. You can fly this fucking commercial liner and just
3.
Fuck around with it."
3, because part of me would like I followed the Sky King. This is a real story, something that happened. Like a guy that just learned through flight simulators how to fly, got in a commercial airline, did barrel rolls and loop-de-loops, and then on purpose crashed it and committed suicide.
He flipped over the MiG and then gave Goose the middle finger?
Like in a Boeing 747, like passenger airplane. You know what I mean? So we're going to share both of these. So
okay.
Don't slobber all over your number.
No,
I mean,
so,
it's fine. But Jesus.
So did he know what all the buttons did? In a cockpit?
Yeah, like he literally, like they were saying he pulled off crazy techniques. So again,
the question was, did he know what all the fucking buttons did?
It took me a second to call back to episode 0 or 1. I can't remember.
I don't remember. 0.
It was 0, I think,
0.
of the buttons. But anyway, he did in fact know what all the buttons did. Anyway, you should look it up. The Sky King, I think is the name. It happened in like Washington. And
do you also have a tiger? Or is that a different guy?
That's the Tiger King. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Listen. That like there's a poetic thing there where, and I would never do that. But there's this concept called staring into the void. Are you familiar with this?
No, but this sounds fucking awesome. Sounds like I'm calling off work tomorrow because I'm gonna stay up all night looking into this shit.
I want you to like really listen to the scenarios I'm talking about and really be honest with me. All right. Have you ever been standing on the edge of something and thought, what the fuck if I just jumped? What if I just
Oh yeah.
fell? Okay. Have you ever been in traffic and you're on a 4-lane road and there's no barrier in between you and the cars?
What if I hit the fucking semi?
And you go, what if I just you just,
all the time, yeah.
You just think
yeah, of course.
You would never do it, but you like kind of just like wonder what if, you know? That's called staring into the void, where you have this moment of reckoning and you think about that.
I have these void moments. I love them.
So anyway, I think that is a form of that. So so what he did, just like, what if I just hijacked an airplane, got drunk or whatever and did that? Was that what we were doing, by the way? That's when we're on, right?
Yes,
okay.
Flying the fucking plane.
Pretty sure to do that. So,
and then,
so that being said, not that crazy because I can appreciate the staring into the void. And under the right circumstance, where my wife leaves me,
you can just get shit faced and
I
go
already am ready to off myself.
Okay.
All right, okay, so we're gonna put this one at 3.
Okay. All right. What about let's pretend you're filming a movie. You're so high on cocaine you can't stay awake, so you shove ice up your ass.
Ooh, I've heard this works. Like that's what was that in? That was in Pulp Fiction?
No, you're thinking of that fucking thing we talked about earlier with John Cena, where he did beer bongs out of his ass.
All right, I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway,
that was the movie.
What the hell are we saying? God, how crazy would that be? You know, that's pretty crazy because I'd be in movies. So we're gonna go 4 on that one. We're gonna put that at 4.
Right, and this one. And I'm going to use the reference, so if you know what this fucking reference is, you're going to know what I'm talking about.
Is this the last one, by the way?
This is the last one.
It has to go number
1.
one.
No, there's two more.
Oh, okay. There's one in...
All right. So the next 2, you might be able to tell what I've been referencing here so far. All right. I'll do this one. Turning over the menu.
What?
Turning over the menu. Not that there's anything wrong with turning over the menu, but just being like, hey, you know what? We were doing so much fucking drugs and partying that I turned over the menu, and you know what? It was a fucking good time.
What does that mean? I'm so lost.
Okay. I'm not going to... Okay, how about this one?
Okay.
I'll give you that
it's supposed to be confusing and vague.
It's not. If you knew what I was talking about, it wouldn't be confusing and vague.
All right, well, turning over the menu, we're going to put that at 7.
Okay. So, and then... What would it be? How weird would it be if you had to turn in like a Hollywood madam on tax evasion because like you wrote her a check?
Now that's number 1. Yeah, dude, there you go.
Okay.
No, hell no, that's number 1.
Do you have any idea what any of these things I was referencing are? How about hitting a home run right out of rehab? This is the Charlie Sheen documentary on Netflix. God. I just rattling off shit that this motherfucker did.
Oh my God. Okay, so all those things are like
just fucking shit Charlie Sheen did.
That's great. So the doc was good?
Dude,
that's fun.
The fucking guy's alive. Dude, let me just share some stuff that I didn't mention. is how crazy would it be that your drug dealer is the one that got you sober because he kept cutting your shit.
I saw that clip online.
And the guy's like, dude, the guy's doing so much drugs that I kept dialing back his crack until he got bored with it and basically helped him get clean. That's your drug dealer. And then the cartel cut him off because they thought he was distributing. And he was like, yeah, no, this is all for me. Like, he was doing so much drugs that the cartel cut him off. That's fucked up, right?
I'm trying to wrap my head around that statement where the cartel, I think they're worried about him inflating their own product and prices. I mean, that is ridiculous.
I mean, he told a story about flying this plane. So he told a story about flying the fucking plane, and because he was famous and he was just shit-faced apparently, and he was like doing all this crazy shit, and then he was like, then he even thought was like, it's crazy. I should be flying this plane. I'm hammered. But also in the documentary, Slash, is that the Guns N' Roses guy?
Yeah, with the hat.
Yeah,
got a cool hat.
Yeah, and he does a lot. Is it Slash's Guns N' Roses or Motley Crue?
You're telling me. I have no fucking.
I don't know.
Tell you.
I'm gonna say Guns N' Roses.
I don't worship a lot of that stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't either. But anyways, so these 80s rockers telling you, hey man, you're doing too much. You gotta get your shit together. You're partying too much. Like, that's a fucking problem, right?
No question.
Right. Like, these guys are like, dude, get your shit together.
Right. Like if
and the cartel is telling you, hey, we can't sell you more drugs because it's too much. And your drug dealer's telling you, hey, stop. And then you're like, hey, yeah, I turned the menu over, as he put it. A guy that typically wouldn't, not that there's anything wrong with turning the menu over, just he went and turned the menu over.
What is that? No, describe that. I'm getting sick of this. What is it? Turn the menu over.
Oh, dude, it's funny because in the documentary, man, this guy was like, yeah, we were partying, doing a lot of drugs, so we're on these planes, and he was doing his one-man show or something like that, and he's like, yeah, we partied. He's like, you ever like only liked one side of a menu? And then he's like, and then you just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna turn it over today, see what happens. He's like, it was fun. And then the person filming was like, so you had sex with men? He goes, yeah, I had a good time. It was just so fucking, he just owned it as this guy that's been known for sleeping with a lot of women, not have, not that there's anything wrong with that, but just being like, so he's known for all the women he's been with, but was like, you know what? Fuck it. We've been doing drugs. We're having a good time. And he referred to it as flipping the menu over and getting into all kinds of shit he typically wouldn't, and was like, dude, and if you hear his fucking story about the first time he did crack, it'll make you kind of want to do crack. Except he says, don't do crack.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's anyone's story that's going to make me want to try crack. But then again, I'm explaining staring into the void, and you were like, yeah.
This is the fucking point, bro.
You are.
No, unfortunately, I had a friend, because I was into crack. You know what? And those stories usually don't end with living. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, there's not a lot of stories that. Never mind. I was trying to make an analogy to the NFL, where it's like, there's no players that start the season with a bad back, that end the season with a good back.
Right.
Like if you got a bad back at the start of the season, like
it's fucked at the end.
That's just your life now. So
but I'm just sitting there thinking, like, listen, man. I mean, I was at some gay bars in when I was traveling one time, and I would be, and I was just like, I was really pissed because I thought I was handsome enough to be hit on, and it didn't go as I thought. As a matter of fact, like, somebody talked to me and we were having a conversation, and then they were like annoyed that I was straight at a gay bar, and I'm like, yeah, no, like what? I can be gay. Like what? I mean, I can't. Not that I wouldn't try if somebody asked me to. Okay, yeah, thanks, I'm flattered. But I was a little put off by the fact that, like, I wasn't hit on. You know what I mean? But then it made me think, like, after watching this Charlie Sheen thing, would be like, okay, what would it take me to be with somebody that I didn't find attractive, man, woman, whatever,
I
right?
put that at 7, by the way, didn't I?
Yeah.
So that's the least crazy thing I would do.
Yeah.
Is like that would be number 1 now. That I
Right.
now that I'm like, can
be
I
like,
put
you know
number
what?
1?
Fuck it. We're so fucked up today that all these things sound great. Let's get after it.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wow. No, I do know, but it's so funny as I'm just laughing. Oh God, I'm just laughing, going.
I can't believe you didn't watch
Never.
it, dude.
Well, dude, I can't watch everything. I'm so busy. I've been so busy at work that I just
We
haven't had
skipped a
time.
week of a show, and the fucking fans have been blowing me up.
Oh, really?
No.
You're getting letters. You're getting smoke signals.
Actually, I haven't gone to the
You're getting
mailbox.
Emails. You're getting calls. You're getting texts. You've been doxxed. People are coming.
No,
to
I
your
fucking
home.
swear to God, bro. One person was like, "Hey, what the hell happened to your show?" I was like, "Dude, we just went a hiatus for the summer. We came back, and then we took like another 2 weeks off. Relax. We're recording today."
Leslie.
No, she stopped listening. Probably because I talked so much shit about her. Leslie, you're the worst. Thanks for listening. She's my favorite. No, I can't stand her. Anyways, this is I can't say her last name. But not the boss, Leslie. The one that actually works for me, Leslie. There's 2 Leslies. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I could do the voice of your boss one if you
No,
want.
no.
So,
You did it
okay,
in one
okay.
of the things, and I think
I had
did
to
I
bleep
did I
it.
edit it out?
Nah, we had to bleep me saying the name. So
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she does like talking about herself. Me. All right. Anyway. All right. Moving on.
Anyways.
So, okay,
What if-
let's
what
fucking
if-
moving on, dude. We have.
Do we even?
We have got to get to.
You said.
It's time for that main discussion, where just like today's beer, our emotions are bottled and canned. Okay, you can yell now.
Dude, you said if
hadn't
we
even-
got to this,
we hadn't even got to the main discussion yet.
So, no, but you were already at the 46-minute mark. You said if we get to 45 and we're slow and struggling, do we just skip to the other part of the main?
That's not
Are
what
we
I said.
still? Are we?
What
Are
I
we
said
skipping the
was
first
what-
part?
If we needed to stretch it out, we would do the second version of the main discussion. We are good on time. We haven't even done the first part of the main discussion. Tuck in your hormones. Let's put on our listening ears. Jason, we're going to put on our listening ears. Are our listening ears on? Fucking suck it, dork.
No.
All right,
It was
dude.
what? No, it wasn't listening ears. It was a.
I don't give a fuck.
It was
what
a
it's
cap.
called.
It was a cap.
You know what?
What the fuck was the cap? Was it like
You're-
put your brain cap on?
You're
What
going to put your dork cap on here in a second. All right, let's talk about
if the jerk store called, is that the Seinfeld reference?
I don't fuck. It sounds like Anchorman too.
No, it's like
the toilet store. I don't know.
Fucking Anchorman. That motherfucker. Oh, dude. By the way, speaking of Anchorman, it has nothing to do with Anchorman. We're playing ball the other day. That was just my computer. Fuck it. It's work computer, so fuck it. Corey will get me a new one. We're playing ball the other day, and Goggins is running by.
Yeah, I see him all the time, dude.
He's always fucking running. That guy fucking runs,
Especially
dude.
when I was working for the lawyer, I saw him all the time.
He's always running.
Yeah.
And my boy goes, Goggins, fucking play. And he stops running, and he looks over. He goes, y'all know you motherfuckers can't hold me. And then ran off. And I was like, that's fucking Goggins right there,
So
bro.
people that don't know who he's talking about, it's David Goggins. We live in Las Vegas, and he lives like in David Goggins' neighborhood. And he like if you go to that part of town, like you will just see him
fucking running
around the streets.
The shit when he's doing his fucking videos, he's like running his 100 miles, he's like fucking up and down goddamn town center.
Yeah, and if you do talk to him, he will talk back. Usually, So
You give him a shout out, dude. It's funny, but like, dude, we hollered at him trying to give him a play, and it's, dude.
He lived in like my former boss was moving into his neighborhood. So as I was like,
Oh, at the Ankh?
nah, it's the
Not the Ridges. They moved over to the where the Summit.
Summit. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I was like, what is it? So he lives in Summit, and that's my boss was having his house built. So I was in and out of that entrance like 5 or 6 times a day, sometimes like running gear, going to pick stuff up, or doing errands or whatever. And I would see him because that's where he lived. So he'd be starting and ending his runs there. So I would just run into him. Like I would never wave, make eye contact, stop. I just pretend like he was a ghost just to be respectful. That's what I would want. You know what I mean? But anyway, David Goggins running around the
Yeah,
Las
I
Vegas.
certainly don't live behind those gated communities back there. That's for
Hell
goddamn
no.
sure.
Yeah.
But you see, he runs like all the way down fucking like, dude, like the day we saw him playing basketball, I saw him like an hour and a half earlier as I was walking my dog. And then I left, dropped the dog off, and I went back to go play some hoops. And there he is, like, trying to get him to play. I was really hoping he was going to fucking play.
I love that.
You can't fuck, dude. And it was fucking awesome. The way he was like, you motherfuckers can't hold me. Dude, it was great. I was really hoping he was going to play.
That's awesome. So anyway, sorry, that was like a little tangent, little Las Vegas tangent. So, bringing this back to the main discussion, the beer today is Cellar Door. So I want to kind of explain to you that there was this movie when I was in high school that was kind of like a cult classic amongst me and my friends. And again, we were kind of the weirdos, I will say. And in a way,
no shit.
And so it kind of was a movie that like kids, like if you knew type of movie. So it was called Donnie Darko. Are you familiar with that movie? Have you heard that? Does that sound vaguely familiar at all?
The name sounds. Who's in it? Is it Johnny Depp?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No,
so
nope.
Maggie Gyllenhaal too. His sister's in it. Oddly, Seth Rogen is in it, and the lead singer of the band Phantom. We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one, California.
Oh, there you. Why did you just start with the fucking chorus?
Okay, that song is like from Phantom Planet or Phantom. I think that's what their name is.
That's like a fucking
The lead
90s
singer
band,
of
early
that
2000s.
band is
Holy
there,
fuck.
too. And then it's like, anyway,
He doesn't know.
No, dude. Fucking Patrick Swayze is in it.
He's not alive.
I know, bro, but like okay, so moral story is it's a weird movie about like space-time continuum. It's a fucking wild movie.
I really love it.
But Drew Barrymore is his teacher, and she has this scene in the movie where she talks about how J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, like some of the most like prestigious writers in the English language, felt like the most beautiful phrase in the English language was cellar door.
Did Shel Severson?
Shel Silverstein? I don't know.
Yes, did he think it was
Dude,
the most?
I love
Or the sidewalk. I know.
I love Shel Silverstein. Anyway,
Go back to episode whatever.
He's a fucking creep, but who cares? All right, so
where the sidewalk never ends.
But anyway, it just has like a certain way it rolls off the tongue. It just kind of has a tone to it. So that concept was introduced in the movie, and again, it's like you can look it up. A lot of these people would say it's just again the way it kind of hits your ear, the way it rolls off the tongue, the way it's like elegant but like soft. But so when I thought of a topic for the show, I thought like, what are some like words that mean a lot to you, or words that
Can
mean
we back
more
up?
to you? Okay, yeah, we can back up.
What? Why did Chelsea? What's his name? Shel Severson.
Shel Silverstein.
Shel. That's a fucking hard one. So,
You
especially
know,
after all these fucking
It
saisons.
kind of depends on who's talking,
Right.
You know, so
After these 4.19 saisons. Why did they like the phrase cellar door?
it just again it's called phonesthetics. You know the word aesthetic, like aesthetically pleasing, like how we use the word aesthetic in the modern, like, oh, it's a nice aesthetic, it's a vibe. It's phonesthetic. It's how it sounds and it feels and it rolls off. And again, they just say that it just has a euphonic quality. It evokes a romantic sound in your brain.
What about behind that? Like cellar door reminds me of like either a creepy ass fucking dungeon.
Right, which again we can take it. Let's take it that way later. Let's take it that way later.
But I'm gonna share because we know our listeners are fucked up, so they're probably thinking the same thing. So the cellar door makes me either think of like you opening up a cellar door and there's this fucking dope ass wine closet, or this, you know, like a wine cellar rather, or like, oh, that's where they keep all the fucking good scotch, or that's where they fucking have the dope ass like sex dungeon, or that's
it's
where
the second sex dungeon reference today.
Today?
Just for the reference, you've referenced the
When
sex
did I
dungeon.
say sex dungeon earlier?
Before pre-show, before like we were starting, you mentioned the I said grandpa and grandma and grandpas, and you said sex dungeon.
I said
I said, oh, like a scary place at your grandma and grandpa's, and you said, oh, like a sex dungeon. Like
I said sex dungeon with my.
second time you've said sex
I think
dungeon.
my grandparents are
today.
attractive, but I wouldn't have. It wouldn't bring up
That's
sex
what
dungeon
the swing was for, Jason.
I don't know.
That's what the fucking swing was for.
for grandpa.
For both of them.
Okay.
Grandpa puts on a
I don't remember thinking like sex dungeon, but anyways, when you think cellar doors, you think these things. What made them say cellar door is a beautiful phrase or philharmonic? What the fuck was that word? It wasn't philharmonic. That's something totally different.
Phonoaesthetic. Phonoaesthetic. Okay, but what's more important is this.
Is it
what you need to understand is like that's the point of me dropping J.R.R. Tolkien or C.S. Lewis is like these are people that were masters of the language. So when you're asking what made them say that, I think that's less important of a question as to
no, I think it's the
again
biggest
like
part.
What it is like again. Well, I say
it's not like alliteration, and they're like, but I could see that, or a haiku, or some other shit that rhymes. Right, like you get that, right?
I agree. Okay, let's depart from the concept, right? I'm not saying I agree.
I'm stuck on the concept.
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree, but I wanted to frame our topic in discussion.
Okay.
Right. That's what's most important.
I'm not asking you to agree or disagree. I'm just wondering the reason behind what makes it so. What was it?
I've given you the reason. It's if someone says if someone who's an art person who looks at art, how do they say what's a good piece of art and a bad piece of art? How do we all agree that the Mona Lisa is a work of art? That Claude Monet, we agree because for some reason it applies a certain aesthetic in our brain and it translates to something in our soul.
Right, but if you're looking at a piece of art, I'm not trying to get carried away here. But if you look at a piece of art, let's even take a Chiefs logo. You go, okay, the Chiefs logo, cool. Arrowhead, KC, I get it. And if okay, it's got meaning behind it. I understand. You might not like it, but you go, I get why people like it, right? Or whatever. I'm trying to think anything else. But that's my point. Is like if you look at a piece of art, somebody can explain to you why they found it aesthetically pleasing, right?
Yeah.
My thought is with a word, if it doesn't rhyme, if it doesn't have alliteration, because there's only fucking English things I know about words that like, or it has a cadence to it, or it has, what's that fucking shit? Syllables, like the right amount of syllables or whatever. Like there's a certain way to say things or cadence like that could be like aesthetically pleasing to the ear. If that, what was the word that was aesthetically?
Phonaesthetics.
Yes, it could be phonaesthetic. My question is like, if somebody asked me about like, oh, I got this phrase. Why? Oh, because it rhymes. It's got a lot of the same letters. It sounds good. What about cellar door? That's the part. I'm not trying to get carried away with the wrong fucking part of the story here. But I'm just curious.
You have.
But I did. That's my thing. I get stuck on the wrong shit. But I'm just saying, like, what did they say? What was the reason? Because I'm curious. I'm even curious, like, how you knew when this came up, cellar door, and you're like, oh, these motherfuckers thought it was a great phrase. Like, how did you even know that it was a great phrase?
Because of that movie Donnie Darko. Like that's what I was saying. Is in that movie, that's a scene where his teacher talks about the writers talk about this. It's about the combination of these two words together creates like the magic. They say. Again, it was just because I saw that scene in that movie. I always remember that.
Dude,
phrase.
I want to watch this movie.
So I've never agreed or disagreed with it. It was always just like. When I saw the beer, I was like, "Oh, cellar door, Donnie Darko. Oh, the word, the most beautiful comment." I just thought of the concept.
I got you. So. Like I'm sitting there, like really wondering, what words, like why did it? Well,
but again, like to take it back. I mean, now like think about, like again, like you need to answer some of this for your own. Like when you, and I know that like words are not like your favorite thing. Like you're not a prolific reader. You're not.
Nope.
You don't like writing written communication. You're a great verbal communicator. You're a great like listener, but you don't love typing emails. Like it's just not your thing. But that being said, there's like words that you, I think, gravitate towards over the years, whether it becomes like slang or a colloquial phrase where you're like, it's kind of funny or whatever, or if it actually is a word you use constantly. Like I'll give one that you use a lot. To me, like a word that I think
I'm totally going to overthink this word and never use it again.
No, I think that it's a word that's so important to you because you've had to learn so much from the people around you, and you've almost had to grow like a defensive skin and a defense mechanism. And so I think the word that you use really well and connects me to like your soul is pedestal.
Okay.
Where you like have learned so much about how we look at our idols on a pedestal, and you put these people in your life on a pedestal.
Dude,
You'll
that word
always
alone
talk about that a lot. And so like that's a word that's just a stupid combination of random letters, just like cellar doors, just two words. Why does that word help it describe it? Because it helps build a visual in your mind. It helps realize that we're not on separate footing, we're on equal footing. But like, that's my way to answer your question, is to like seek in yourself where there's certain things that like just the word itself brings you some kind of clarity or comfort, you know?
Dude, the fact that you said that made the whole fucking thing make sense. That was great. That was a...
Are you cut me off? I couldn't get there. So
yeah, no, because I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna say some shit, and I'm gonna overthink it. I'm never fucking using that goddamn phrase
it's
again.
Not a negative thing.
No. But you're like, yeah. Well, you said pedestal. I was like, it brought up. Not only did the word pedestal bring up a number of different scenarios and visuals and emotions. I was like, and some of them are things that like I was insecure about and things I was angry about, and like I was like, oh, okay. That was a great way to tie it in for me because I was like, that was fucking dope. No, but that was fucking dope. That was such a good way. Like that.
Like,
now that you said that, like I'm like, Matt gets it.
But like
he fucking like immediately.
Listen. I do.
But no.
So.
You always listen. I'm the one that doesn't listen. No, you're the one that fucking listens.
Beers a lot of times.
Right, and I just say some shit, and you're like, I wonder if he caught that fucking phrase.
Like how you hate humans,
right?
Yeah,
but dude, if you go back and listen to all the episodes when you're doing shit like that. I will say some random shit once in a while to see if you catch it. And when I go back and listen, I'm like, oh, that's so fucking funny.
I did not.
I find this shit funny. I don't know anybody else does because I'll say some shit while you're doing things like this. But no, the fact that you fucking called that out, like not only did it brought up all the other thing. I was like, dude, the fact that you used that as your example meant that like, if I didn't already, like if we were already good friends, I'd be like, yes, he fucking gets me no matter what. Like that, he fucking got it, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
no, good man, good.
That was a great.
Hey, I could have gone wrong. I could have picked one that didn't vibe, and you felt guilty about. But I feel like that's like a good. It's good. So you get in, but like anyway. So all right. Do you? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm happy to jump in. I have a couple. I think that I come to mind the words that I feel like are like speak to me on a deeper level. But do you have any that like jump out?
Phrases or words
that I say, like words that like again, like I know I'm putting you on the spot, and like you're not nearly as like again, I'm weirdly autistic with like some.
Yeah,
of that
you're definitely spectrum.
Stuff. Yeah, so it's like I'm not like I pick up on like the words people repeat a lot. You know what I mean? I think like over time as I'm around them.
Yeah, no, you're way better with words than I am. So you catch. I am more of like I don't know if you can say this or not. Like, if it fucking makes sense because it sounds fucking bullshit. I feel like I pick up on energy and intention more than I pick up on
the details of the speech.
Right, like if somebody I feel like I'm better at reading in between the words than the fucking words.
No, I like that. Agree. That's why you're good at sales and you're good at leadership and you're good at like,
yeah, no, as a very short example of that, I was on a call today. And dude was like, "Hey, how'd you think that went?" I was like, "It went well." And here's like somebody that was doing like commercial shit, and you know, like man, they could just do branding campaign. Maybe we can put them on this platform, that, but whatever. And he asked me, and I go, the reason I asked the guy we were talking to in this environment because they opened up a new office in Las Vegas and they're out of California and they don't have any fucking presence in Vegas. Everyone in California knows them, so they can get business just by saying, "Hey, I work with so and so." This place doesn't. I was like, "Yeah, you get fucking need branding campaign, no question. No one knows who the fuck you are. Nobody knows you by name, by company name, or personal name." And I asked him a question in the middle of this meeting. I was like, "Hey, man, you know, because I was like, when the owner calls you, so and so calls you, and I was like, hey, dude, what's he asking about? Are they concerned about like?" You've been here like a month. You just got your office. You're working on the furniture, getting things set up. Is he asking you about like the deals you've closed, or is he like more still concerned about like, hey, how's the office coming along and those kinds of things? He's like, oh no, dude, we have like I've been wondering, is he talking about KPIs? Like I'm trying to get this feel. So after the meeting all went down, we go in the parking lot, and I asked dude, and he's like, it came up, and he goes, I was like, okay. Like we talked to this guy, and he didn't give a shit that they were opening office. He's very impatient about why aren't they closing deals. And I go, because they're not closing deals. I asked the question, hey, after he said they weren't closing deals, I was saying, I said, hey, if this strategy doesn't work for you, that's cool. Our job, like, just give us the feedback on that, because sometimes our clients want to be seen in whatever, like, oh, I want to see on this. I want to. Okay, so listeners, we do advertising for a living, right? So we do streaming ads, TV ads, whatever, right? And I go, okay, so maybe this particular person, they're gonna want to see themselves on Netflix or whatever they own. They'd rather do a billboard to see themselves because they think it's working, as opposed to what the right strategy in terms of targeting the right audience, right? And he goes, I was wondering why you asked that question. He goes, it makes a whole lot of sense now. I was like, yeah, dude, you couldn't feel that when he was talking about, like, they weren't closing deals like they wanted to. We have to help them with their brand awareness because it's going to supplement some of the things that they're doing on the streets, like talking to their potential clients. I asked that question because the guy who was very impatient about trying to find, like, hey, why aren't you closing deals, is the same guy that would rather see himself when he's watching Monday Night Football or he's watching the Lakers game, as opposed to, oh, he's going to want to see himself to, like, it's all the shit that goes into it, right? And he goes, oh, dude, now it makes sense on why you ask those questions. I go, yeah, I was like, and it dawned on me at that moment that I was like, oh yeah, I was reading everything but the fucking thing the guy was saying, like asking specific questions, but through the course of the conversation, I was reading, okay, I see where we're at with this fucking thing. How can I get confirmation so I know that, hey, dude, be prepared. We need to change the strategy because we need to get on board and get them excited first, and then we can fucking detail it and be like, hey, we need to tailor this a little bit more towards your audience and not what we think is fucking dope as shit, right? So I'm always that guy. That was a fucking long-winded bullshit story.
No, but I know.
I don't.
Everything you said was like 100% what I remember from the local life of this.
I don't know words, but I feel energy. So if you're telling me, like, if you're asking me, like, what are the phrases, what are the words, I don't know the fucking words that you use, like, in detail, other than when I fucking call them out because you say some crazy shit. But those one-off things. But I am a better. Dude, I'm better at reading the energy and the things in between the words than I am about the actual words.
Yeah.
So if I was going to say the words that stand out, like, that you use, I would say, no, I would tell you I would read the shit in between the fucking words.
No, and I think that's good, and I think that all tracks. So I'll give you one that I do use a lot, but I also feel like does, like, represent a lot of who I am. But juxtaposition, I do use that word a lot. It just means, like, the opposite, where things clash. Like, what is things that, like, are usually not together. You know what I mean? So advertising and consumer privacy, there's, like, a juxtaposition there where it's like you can't have targeted advertising and consumer safety. So
it's one or the other.
Right. It's like, but there's a cross. So I use that word a lot, but I think that also represents, like, my almost exact nature of just who I am in general, just kind of how I'm very confusing, you know, like, I'm laid back, but I'm high strung. I'm nice, but I'm actually really mean, you know. I'm like, it's like a weird, everything about me is like a juxtaposition of kind of like, it's extremes, you know. It's I don't know.
Dude, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're very articulate. Like, everything that you just painted that picture of
feels accurate. It's fair. Yeah.
Is exactly how I take you, right? Like, oh, if Matt's running the fucking show, there's a sense of security that it's going to go well. However, there's always an anxiety or a little bit of chaoticness making sure that it goes well to you.
Sure.
But, like, to us on the other side, is like, okay, Matt looks like he's a little overwhelmed, a little strung, like he's fucking high strung. He's going through this shit. But then when you're like super supportive, super all these things, but, like, regardless of how you are, you also give the impression of, like, hey, he's also a security blanket. You don't have to fucking worry because he's never going to let shit slip through the cracks.
It's weird. If it's for me, I'm a wreck. I'm a shit show.
Exactly.
If it's for anyone else, I'm a rock. You know what I mean? Matt, I need you to be there for me. Oh, I got you. No problem.
Dude,
help me out.
You know how many times since we...
Hey, I need you to do something for me? Oh.
Do you know how many times since we stopped working together that people are like, you know what? Yeah, this wouldn't fucking be an issue. Matt would have already had the answer.
That's crazy.
right? Like, and it's not, that's not a knock on the people around.
No, I feel
that
you.
have all the motherfucking
you.
answers.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, no, because like, it's just how he is, right? So there is the juxtaposition is a really great word, because if somebody who isn't articulate might say a juxtaposition could be like a little bit hypocritical, but that's not the case, because it's not. It's just put into context. It's like, it's a juxtaposition. So, but no, yeah, like you're spot on with that fucking word, because that's you, right?
Yeah,
like,
no.
like there's, dude, that's a great way to describe it.
I you know what? Like, I never want to not be a weirdo. Like, I love it. I just wish I could wear my earring at work.
Dude,
I don't ever want to wear. I take it. I was just thinking about this the other day, but I just want to like.
dude, I've been trying to show my cock ring at work for a long time, and everyone was like, "No, it's not appropriate."
After the nipple ring incident of '99.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take it here. Though. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to.
No, see, I just want to make one comment of the thing. Like you always want to be a weirdo. Somebody asked me, like, we were talking about this fucking shit the other day. I said it with a couple of people now already. When you're younger, it's like your whole fucking thing is about fitting in and being the same for the most part. And I always respected the motherfuckers. As somebody said the other day, it was like, no, this is the people I respect, right? Or like, I didn't want to fit in because the people I went to school with as a junior high and high school were, and I don't know what the fuck this means or where it came from. I still don't understand it. They said they were granola and crunchy. Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't got all the terms. I said, did you make that shit up? I didn't make it up. They're granola and crunchy, and I didn't want to be granola and crunchy. And I go, okay. Because when I was growing up, I thought I was fucking weird. And I wanted to be everything that fit in, and no matter how hard I tried, it didn't fucking fit. And I got all these motherfuckers that try this shit. You know all these people try to fit, and they try to fit, and they don't. And then you get older, and you're like, dude, the last thing I want to motherfucking do is fit the fuck in. Dude, I would love to just be myself, and if it works, it works for others. If it doesn't, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that you want to be the weirdo is
it's good.
It's
fucking
healthy. Love it, bro.
Right? So I mean, I think again, exactly, and even it was compelling at a young age and felt that way. But as I've gotten older, right, it's even easier. And another way to say, like, a more adult way to say this too, not necessarily on a weirdo front, is you find yourself as you get older, like cutting people out of your life for the easiest of reasons. You know what I mean? Before, you tolerate so much more because you think of like what these relationships could be and should be and are,
but not what
they really are. And
right, exactly.
And it you're just like, oh, so and so's a bad parent. I will never talk to them again. Hey, you want to come to our party? No. Dude. Why not? Busy. You know, just ghost, like, lie, whatever. But the whole point is, like, there's so many times, like, I'm just pruning people out of my life so easily for, like, bad behavior.
Fucking match,
and
right?
Again, right, I'm just like, oh, that's bad behavior.
You know what? You know also what's interesting, though, about all this shit? Like, I was just talking to somebody literally just before I got here about this shit, was like, oh, I saw this and this and this on Facebook, and so-and-so's doing that. And they said, you know, back in my 20s, dude, I would have judged them and I would have fucking cared more. Now I'm more excited about my Facebook investigation skills to get the answer. I could care less about judging them for what the fuck really happened. It was like, I got the answer. You know, it's like, yeah. Because as you get older, you stop like, oh, people do some crazy shit. You're like, nah, I don't really have the fucking whole story. I just have this side or that. You know what I mean? But it's just funny as we get older. It's like the person was like, I was so impressed with my ability to get to the fucking answer and be right, then give a fuck about judging somebody for whatever everybody else was talking about. You know, you're like, yeah, you got half the crowd back. Can you believe so-and-so did that? You're like, wait. Can we just talk about how we all fucking put the puzzle together?
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck what they actually did?
That totally.
Yeah.
So, I love that. All right. Let's just do like a couple minutes here, not too long. We've gone a lot longer than we normally go. I'm having a blast.
Did we even talk about...
No, those we don't do those because those are just drinking beers.
Did we do this one?
We did that one. So
okay.
We talked about that. I just have one quick question and then we'll end. And I'll tell you my story first and that's fine. But I felt like there was all these like cellar doors in my mind. Like there were these barriers or boundaries. One was a literal curtain, but one was an actual door that like represented fear at my grandparents' houses and stuff, or like at one of my friends' house, I just didn't want to go into these certain areas. Like they were scary cellar doors. We're heading into October. Did you have one of those growing up? Were you like afraid to go into like a grandparent's basement or a room, or was there one area that you were?
Well, first of all, I want to know more about those crazy places you didn't want to go into. But you ever see those movies? I think even on Home Alone, where they open up the fucking hatch and they go down.
Yeah, exactly. Like now, it's like what I think when I think of cellar door.
I've never seen one in real life.
And you're from that area where those were there.
Yeah, you think I would see
know
one.
people with those in Missouri, like more in the rural areas, for sure. I went to people that had those. That's how they led to their basement. Like when it was like go to the basement to get something out of there, you got to go to the side of the house and open the side doors. Like and again, it's more like I'm in Tornado Alley. That's like tornado shelters.
Did you guys have to hide under their desks?
Oh yeah, we would practice hiding under the desks 100%. Hands over your heads, curled up in a ball under your desk. It was just like tornado.
Oh, we
drills.
had to put a book over the back.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a book. That sounds right. But it was like that was tornado practice. That was like tornado drills.
Dude, and growing up when you're a kid, they make you go through drills, and then every time, like in the middle of the day, would it turn like pitch black, and you'd be like, "Oh dear God."
And then another one happened.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
Welcome to the Midwest, I guess. So anyway, but did you have one? Did you have like a door that
So yeah, I'm still scared to go to my mom's basement. Sorry, Mom. But that's only because it's haunted. Outside of that, it's cool.
I mean, okay, that's fair. And I mean, like mine was like one was just like at my one dad's side of my family, my grandparents on that side. In the basement, there was a curtain that led to like it was just like honestly, in hindsight, it had a fridge, a deep freeze,
like nothing,
and then a workbench and a bunch of tools. But like behind that curtain was the scariest place in the history of the world. And then my grandma's house, my sister once, I went to the back door that led to like the woods. And they made me go lock the door, and she knew I was doing it, and I was so scared, and I did it. I ran through the dark, and as soon as I got there to like lock the door with my eyes closed, she like pounded up against it. She was like running to like hide and scare me, and I collapsed on the floor and hid under the couch. And like we were supposed to leave, and they came in looking for me, and they had to come get me, and they were like, "Get out!" And I was like, "I'm not leaving. There was someone at the door," and it was my sister who pranked me. Anyway, the moral story was I didn't want to go to that door the rest of my life, bro.
Dude, so that's funny. Okay, so the thing in the back of my basement growing up, there's like these little two fucking doors, and there's just like clothes hanging back there. Whatever it was, moving in there like in the third grade, those back rooms always scared me. Probably just because there's no drywall. I don't know. That was it. But it's funny that you told that story because I remember my buddy in college, his grandmother came to live with him, and in their basement, they had like two rooms. One which was like, fuck, dude, why did he move down to that basement? He had one room upstairs, and then he ended up downstairs. But the other room downstairs was his grandma's room. And she had something fucking wrong with her arm. I don't know what was fucking wrong with her arm. I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit. But he called it the club because it was like twice the size of the other one. It just always looked swollen. And I remember we were out at a bar one night, and I drop him off, and usually we fucking walk in, have some pizza, whatever, cook something, whatever. And I remember I hung out there, fucking bounced, and the next day, he told the fucking story. He went into his basement. He goes into the fucking like we used to play like Madden downstairs in his basement, and we eat our pizza or whatever. And his room that he would sometimes sleep in is there, and grandma's was there. I don't know if he knew grandma was there or not, but he had come down the stairs, had his pizza, tried to turn on the fucking Madden, but something was wrong with the lights, and all he saw was he said the fucking club, and he didn't know it was his grandma. And his grandma didn't know he was there. He didn't know she was there because they were on one side of the stairs and all the like laundry room was on the other side. It's like 3 a.m. or whatever. She comes around the corner, didn't expect to see anybody. He didn't expect to fucking see anybody. He fucking screamed. She motherfucking screamed. They both ran into their rooms. And then he locked his door. She locked his door. No one fucking came out until the next morning and realized it was his grandma.
All right, that's that
like
is not intentional like my sister was. Holy shit, though. That is amazing, bro.
Dude, it was the fucking best story. I was like, No one was like warning the parents upstairs. Like, you're in your 20s, you're scared of grandma and her club, dude. Like,
hey man, I was scared shitless of my great grandmother, but that's a whole nother story for another time. So, but anyway, dude, that's wild. I don't know. Cellar door, man. It's a word. It's a place that's scary. It's a lot of things. But
I feel bad that I got carried away with trying to understand the reasoning behind
okay.
cellar door was a
No,
fucking
it's okay.
beautiful word or whatever.
You know,
what was the word? What was the fuck?
Photo aesthetic.
Yes.
Phono aesthetic. Thank you. So, but anyway, no, and again, that's why I love working with you and doing the show is your brain works differently than mine, you know? So even if I'm like trying to like get to a place,
Move it around,
I
move it along.
love it that you're, and again, at a certain point, I was trying to like find ways to like say it to you. And at a certain point, I was like, I just got to let him work it out. You know, I just got to let him have his thing.
Dude,
it was awesome. So no, don't apologize. Don't apologize.
Whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, anything else you want to say about to our fans and to Sweden before we read the socials?
No, I just hope Sweden has a wonderful evening.
Love it. All right. Well, shoot us an email. We've never got one still, except for some bots and some spam. Bottled and
Oh,
canned.
no. Stop. Oh, no, that was an Instagram. Beer
Was
Jesus
IG.
hit us up.
Yeah. Bottled and canned pod at gmail.com. At bottled and canned pod, all spelled out, on TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram. We don't really have a schedule right now. We're trying to get back to once every 2 weeks, but we're also not stressed about it. And, I think we'll kind of get to a place where maybe we can bank some episodes. We're thinking about making some, like, not any changes to the show, but just, like, maybe change the setup or figure out some new fun stuff that kind of re-energizes us on that front. So look out for more of that for anybody who is still checking us out. And sorry we're not going to be as consistent, but that's not what we're doing the show for the
Yeah,
algorithm.
so suck it, bitches.
I love it. Suck it, bitches. Also, is that what it looks like after it's porn?
It does look like that after it's porn.
All right.
I love porn.
You have to say.
Good night, Sweden. I'm going to go get me some jerky.
No.